These pretzels are making me thirsty!
Pretzels are one of the most iconic forms of bread on the planet. They're pretty unusual, not just for their shape, but also in the way that they're made. The dough is oftentimes dipped in an alkaline water substance, like sodium carbonate, also known as baking soda, or more professionally, lye, which is oftentimes used in the soap-making process. Nonetheless, this treatment produces a distinctive texture that spread throughout Central Germanic Europe, and eventually the world. The earliest tales are shrouded in mystery surrounding the pretzel, but some stories that involve a unique shape oftentimes state that they were inspired by arms clasped in prayer. For this reason, some believe that they were first invented by monks, who created the unique shape in reference to their primary role, communicating with God. Since Catholics were not allowed to eat meat, and most animal products, including lard and eggs, during Lent before Easter, pretzels were a common source of carbs in Central Europe, as they didn't require eggs, lard, or milk like many other types of bread. For a time being, pretzels were oftentimes considered a seasonal treat by children during Easter time, and probably taste a lot better than those communion wafers. As far as the etymology of the term pretzel, some call it Bretzel in German, and I'm mispronouncing that. But some may say that this is a bastardization of the word brasilus, which I'm also terribly mispronouncing. This may have been a reference to the bracelets the Romans spoke of. The recipe would vary from village to village, and a certain amount of craftsmanship would emerge around pretzel making. By the high Middle Ages, European laborers began to set up guilds, which were kind of like the precursors to professional associations and organizations. They set up a certain standard of practices, methodology, and a pathway for more and more efficiency. Bakers were one of these trades. And so, there was a more robust and widespread method, or series of methods, of pretzel production that came out en masse. Due to its notable shape, pretzels were an iconic symbol of bakeries in Germany, as were shields and swords were for soldiers. Various Germanic bakers would experiment with different types of pretzels to create regional varieties, beyond salt, such as poppy seeds, sesame seeds, and almond, butter, and cheese. Alongside the Bavarian white sausages, it became one of the most iconic German foods. Bavarian pretzels in particular tend to be more savory, while those of the Rhineland tend to be sweeter. Each region of Germany and Austria, and many other parts of the German-speaking world such as Switzerland, have their own styles. During the 1800s, many people in what are now Germany, or what is now Germany, would migrate to the United States, namely the state of Pennsylvania. Many set up shop in Philadelphia and set up their own bakeries, interwoven into what was then an Anglo-dominated colony. It was here where they first had hard pretzels, which were made by German Americans to combine American industry, wealth, and innovation with German efficiency, competency, and recipes. This would usher in the foundations of pretzels becoming mass-produced snacks in typical American fashion, with a variety of new shapes, most notably sticks. And you can't really be truly American unless you add a whole ton of extra calories. This led to a variety of flavorings, such as those covered in chocolate, peanut butter, and pizza-stuffed flavors that were also added later on. Others, like the Pennsylvania Dutch, who aren't really Dutch but usually German or Swiss, would settle in rural Pennsylvania and Ohio and master the craft of soft pretzel making in the United States. One Amish woman by the name of Anne F. Beeler, of whom I'm mispronouncing, would leave the insular Amish community to set up Auntie Anne's Pretzel Company, the largest pretzel chain across multiple continents and countries around the world. Pretzels have even acted as assassins as well, such as the one time George W. Bush nearly choked on a pretzel. I was gonna end this on some sort of insightful note about how pretzels and their shapes have some sort of symbolic message of eternity or infinity, but no, I'm just gonna end it on a story about a pretzel nearly killing a president. Bye.